Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, sorry about this sporadic uploading of videos. I'm just trying to get used to the new normal without my mum. So, I have moments when I think I can do things, then it becomes overwhelming and I can't. So, we're getting what we're doing. I'm doing what I can. I can't even speak. So, right. So, remember this. This is the little flip out specimen thing that I was making. Haven't done anything to it for a long time because my mum was poorly, and I was to-ing and fro-ing to hospitals, etc. So now I'm at that point where I'm finishing it off. Now, I started recording it. Talking away, hadn't pressed record. So, that's what it is. It's just like that. So, what I've come up with is the way to make it, which I explained to you before, but you weren't listening because I hadn't switched it on. Is I've got these little twisty things here. Oops, I can't get it out. There you go. And then that means then you can take the slide out, and then that pops back in again, and you just put that over the top. So if I can't get hold of it now, there we go, like that. So, and so they're all like that, so they can be taken out, etc. So I got to here and then I realised you wasn't recording. So anyway, we're going to do this one. So I put a mark there. All I've done is I've put a circle here, and this one needs to be done anyway, and you'll see what happens when I do it. So I have added a bit more to the slides. They were looking just a bit too plain for me. So I've just put some of my new sprays on them. So this is the rusty hinge, and this one is supposed to be frayed burlap, but it's very green, and I don't know whether that's the wrong. Look, that doesn't look like. Oh, sorry, brushed corduroy. Sorry, that doesn't look like brushed corduroy to me because I don't even know whether I've definitely got some brushed corduroy. I think it's that one. Is it that one? So, brushed corduroy. So I don't know whether that's correct. I don't know. I don't use oxide inks normally, so hopefully it is, because I've got things I want to do with it. So anyway, these two holes were made using my normal crocodile. However, it's not a big enough reach to get to here on this one, so I'm going to use my big bite, which sees the light of day every now and again. I just want to make sure I've got the smaller hole on the right setting. Yeah, that's the smaller one. So I'm just going to put that in here. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope people are well, and you know, you're keeping yourself occupied, keeping yourself out of trouble, etc. Well, as much trouble as you can keep yourself out of. Jodie, I mean you. So oh, and thank you to everybody who has sent me best wishes regarding condolences from my mum, and also thank you to Joni at Joni's Journals, and Jez at Nigesa Creates, and hello to Stuart if you're watching. All the people that have said some nice things that have really helped me kind of like feel a bit, you know, yeah. I'm going to say a bit more human, but I'm not really human, so I never have been. So I know that this means that these are going to stick out to the back, but I think I'm going to cover the back. One of the things that I'm not happy with is it's a little bit flimsy. So we're going to, sorry, I'm just going to flatten that out the back by pressing down on it. There we go. That's flattened out the back. It also means I get a bit of a better grip on that one. So then that's going to tuck in there like that, and then this is going to swing round over the top. Well, it would do if you had some nails to do it with. Maybe if I didn't have my fingers in the way. Well, it'd be no fun if I didn't have my fingers in the way. So there we go. Look, just lift it up and swing it round. And then like that. So actually I want that one like that. And then we're going to do the same for this one. So just all I did was popped the slide down, eyeballed at where I wanted it. I just cut some 1 inch circles out of some card, and then just inked around the edges because you've got that. You don't get a nice finish otherwise. So just a bit inky, and all it is just a bit of file folder. Then I glued the bottom half of said file folder, except for this is really confusing because that looks like that should be the straight line, but then that means that the text is wonky. So can I cope with wonky text? Probably not. Let's do it like this. So a bit of glue on the bottom half of it, and then you just need to make sure you don't glue the slide down. Like, so I popped it on like that. Didn't care whether it was like really slap bang in the middle or not, or where it ended up, as long as it was in a similar sort of place to that one. So like this line here, and then that's going to sit in there. That's just like a little tuck, and then I did this. So I've got this, and I popped this on here, and I said it needs to be about that far away. This ended up being, oh no, that's right. So about that far away, and then all I did was drew inside that circle. Like that, hold it down, drew around there. Take that one off. There you go. If you put it that way up, Dave, it'll be easier to get. And then get my big bite again, get in there, and it should be in a similar sort of place. Make a hole. Feed this in. Pop that through there. And flip it over. So like I say, I am going to strengthen the back because like it's just a little bit, because it's got quite a bit of weight to it, it's a little bit flimsy now. So we're going to put, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to put something over the back so that whatever I do, so I'll probably have a pocket on the back so that nothing snags on these. So I'm going to put something over the back and then put a pocket on the back of that. So, and then that's going to go in there, and then that goes over like that, and that's it. So that's them. So then it folds up, and we're going to have this on the front. So this is going to be our closure, because you know how we all like a bit of closure. So that's going to go on there. Okay, but before I do that, I think I'm going to sort the back out. So let's just flip that open like that and make it easier for myself. So the back of it needs something on it, and I will find something that I think might be suitable, or I'll find something that's completely unsuitable, and I don't care. No, it won't be unsuitable, Dave. It will be suitable. Bit of card, bit of card would be nice, Dave. You've got a bit of card. Doesn't have to be a piece of card, Dave. Is that going to be wide enough? No, of course it's not going to be wide enough. Is this going to be wide enough? Yes, it could be, but it's, well, nobody's going to see that bit once I've stuck this over. What are you doing, Dave? You're not doing that. That's what you're doing, Dave. So get a bit of, we'll use a bit of this, because we don't want it too thick. We'll use this. Let's just take that bit off. Or not. So these are the ones I bought off Amazon. These are the German file folders. Pendula, I think they're called. Pendula, yeah. And they're the ones with the single hanging things. We don't see in the UK. So I'd be interested to know if the other people have other systems in the world. Like, you know, I love other people's ephemera, as in, I don't mean other people's, I mean as in other countries. You know, things that they take for granted and use every day that we don't see in the UK, especially in an office environment. Gets me very excited, and I know I really should go out a bit more, get some friends maybe, but we can't help what floats our boat, can we? So just going to take that very end off. We're going to measure this with a ruler, Dave. So we've got, oh, I can't do it in centimetres because my cutter is in inches. So we're going to go for 5 and, let's go for 5 7/8. I'm going to take the very tip of this off. The reason for that is it just doesn't quite fit in that gap. It fits now? Yeah, it does. So 5 7/8. We go to there. Cut that down. And then we've got, how high? We've got, no, the wrong way around. No, that was the right way around because you're doing it in inches. We're going for 7 4. No, 7 4/8 is a half, Dave. 7 3/8. So it's just a little bit smaller than the back, basically. Hopefully that's about right. Stick that on there. That should sit inside that line. Yeah, it does. And then this is going to be our back, and then we're going to have a pocket over the top of that. That's just to kind of strengthen it a little. So I'll just glue this down, and it also keeps these all in shape. In fact, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue over the top of them, move them a little bit so that the glue sits underneath. And just that should just stop them from spinning so much. And then we'll stick that, in fact we don't even need to worry about the barcode because nobody's going to see it, but we'll glue that bit down. Try to stay actually on the card. So I am still processing everything. It's quite hard. I know it's hard for everybody to process loss, but because I am autistic, there's the things that people suggest aren't particularly helpful. Well, not people, like websites and things. And lots of places suggest like CBT, etc., which CBT is actually lots of studies have shown that it can be quite damaging for autistic people to use CBT. So I've never got on with CBT. So I'm basically just letting my emotions flow as and when. Finding it really hard to deal with. Times when I just need to kind of just carry on and pretend like nothing has changed, and other times I'm struggling with the knowledge of change. Cry at strange times, like in the shower, and although if you're going to cry anywhere, crying in the shower is the best place because you don't need a tissue, so just let it all stream down your face. I'm just trying to keep it together though, because I want to be able to do stuff for you guys, and if I let it all go, it will all literally go. So I might put this on the back. I don't know whether to have one big pocket or two little ones. Right, let's put no, let's decide what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to have two little pockets. So again, we're just going to need to cut this down. Just want to cut that edge off so that it fits in here better. So now it should fit in. It does. I'm going to cut that curved edge off as well. Curved as in like it's got a rounded corner. That's what I meant. Take that bit off. Do with my bin permanently open, Dave, because you can just keep putting stuff in it. We'll take the ridged bit off. So hang on, right, what do we want to do? We want to cut it to 5 7/8, like that was. And then we want to have maybe a pocket of, do I want a pocket of 2 centimetres, 2 centimetres, 2 inches deep? Or do I want to, or should I just put something like this on the back? Thought about maybe those on. Oh, they're all right, but I don't have anything to put in them. You could make something to put in them, Dave, couldn't you? Let's make something to put in them, yeah? Shall we? Shall we? Should we just change, like, things? Ow! Stab yourself with a blade. Silly boy. So I thought if we stick these down, let's open it up first so that we can get something in there. If we, it's the wrong finger to choose to put in there. Don't want anybody to think I'm making hand gestures towards anybody. Yeah, so there you go. They're open. We put them that way round. I think they need a bit of colour to them. So I shall use these now. I shall use, where are my, oh, they're up there. Oh, they've got higher up, Dave. One of these. So one of these mats, just to keep things a bit cleaner. And shall we use my sprays? Shall we? Maybe use these. Let's see. Well, let's give it some colour anyway. So I'm just going to go smoosh over with, oh, like that, some antique linen. Just smoosh it, just so it takes the bright whiteness off it. And flip it over. I know you're not going to see the back because it's going to be stuck down, but if you smoosh it, it also adds to the depth of colour. So that's that one, which is looking good. And then if I do this one, just smoosh it a bit. I'll smoosh it a bit more anyway. Can you tell any difference? No, not really, but never mind, still going to do the back. The reason why it's snagged on the front bit is because that's where the mechanics of it, the bits that are glued together, but it's the bit where it's got the little cutout bit for putting things in, so we might as well use that as a finger thing, Dave. Yeah, good. I'm so glad you turned up today with your words, your finger thing. So put that in there, Dave, otherwise we're going to end up with dry stuff again. Right, should we go for frayed burlap that turns out green? Oh no, hang on, it's kind of not so green anymore. Oh, that's got that. I love the way it goes everywhere except for the bit that you want it on. And a bit of rusty hinge. Is it looking too spotty now? Maybe? Is it too spotty? Does it need to have some smooshing going on? Not smooching. Is it too, maybe a few bits of, oh, smoosh, there you go, a bit of smooshing definitely helps. Maybe get a bit of that on it. And definitely looks like it's got some kind of disease now, but that's alright. Don't want them to look the same anyway, so It's good as well. It's matted them down. You know, I don't like this. I've told you before, I don't like Distress Oxide because it goes chalky. But it's done what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to have to just dry that though, because they are a little bit wet. Oh, my bin slammed closed and caught me trousers in it. Right. So I'm just going to dry this off. It might curl up a little bit, but shouldn't go too badly. The fan on this sounds like it's going. Oh, it didn't curl up too badly at all. Quite chuffed with that. That Tim Holtz thingy, well, I can't even think what they're called, that thing, heat gun, has been through some wars. It's been dropped and I was going to say thrown, but it hasn't been thrown. I promise you I haven't thrown it anywhere. There you go. So they're going to go on there. They look quite pale now, but we might put a bit of ink on the background. But we'll do it in a more controlled way with a thing this time. Put some of this colour on the edges. Not going to worry too much about like the inner bit because you're not going to see it though. So it's been a bit of a struggle, especially like the year has not started well for me. You know, I lost Worcester just after Christmas, my lovely dog, and my comfort. I was then poorly in January. Well, I was very poorly in January, to be fair. I think I've managed to get rid of the cough now, which is a blessed relief. And I then had, my mum being unwell, and having to go down to Coventry, and then her passing away, and now I feel like a bit estranged from my family. Well, she was definitely the linchpin that held us together, so I'm going to make my own family up here. So, because I don't have a huge amount of friends, I've got Brian and Vic. I'd like that to be a bit darker. Do you know, that's a bit too... What's that and where's it from? I think it's off the back of that mat. I'd like it to be a bit darker, and I don't know how to do that because I don't have any more of those inks. Maybe if I just put some ordinary, you see I've got these colours that are just antique linen. There's a bit of green spray. It's not the right type. It's not an oxide. Right, let's move that out of the way again, Dave. It's probably a bit more than I wanted on there, but Oh well, there's my thing. Maybe a bit, you see this, because this is much wetter, it's made it wrinkly a bit, but oh well, never mind, I don't mind. It was all a bit trial and error anyway, so. They were looking too terracotta-y, you know. I've been there, done that. I had terracotta coloured walls in the 90s, like I think the entire world did, with stenciling. So, scarred by terracotta. Yeah, it was just too terracotta-y for me, so. But, you know, it's fine. It looks better now. Oh, that spray doesn't smell very nice. It smells like stale water, if you know what I mean by stale water. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. So, let's take those off there. I know you can see a bit of white showing now under here where it's come unstuck, but actually maybe rather than trying to do that, Dave, just stick it back down again. Maybe do that. That's a good idea. Pop that down. Right, so we're going to make something to go in there anyway. Just want to make sure it still opens up. Yep, that's fine. And then we can stick those back on the back of here. Now. I mean, we can now stick those on the back of there. Yeah, that's cool. That's much better. There's a bit more contrast now. I like that. We can just stick them down. I think I'm just going to glue them with just ordinary, not 3-in-1. I can't remember what's in here now. Paper glue. Pentart, not Pentel. Pentium, no, not that either. Penthouse, no, not them either. I don't know where to stick it now. I'm just going to go in the middle of there somewhere. Well, it's not in the middle, is it? No. We'll just put it there, and we'll put the other one next to it, and then it'll be fine. Yeah. So, what's it called? Pentart paper glue. So that's what I'm using in this. I love this for 2 reasons. It works really well and it's cheap. So, and it works as well in the UK in the cold. So, unlike art glitter glue that doesn't. So they're going to get stuck down like that. Cool. Right, so now we've got that. Let's get a bit of ink on this because it's looking a little bit. It doesn't have any ink on this bit, and I think that's also standing out for me. Don't know why I didn't do this bit. It's not like me to miss a trick with the inking, is it? And then on this side as well. So it'll look ridiculous if we don't put it on both bits. Come on, pick up some colour. A bit of a smoosh over the front. Maybe do that with this as well. Just makes it a little bit more mottly. That one. Yeah, that's it. See how different that is to that now. Make it a little mottly. Make sure that's the right way up. It is. Okay, cool. So that's going to be the front of it. We're going to use the entomology thing to hold it closed. So it's going to go across there, probably about there. Okay, we want to finish the back. Well, we want to put things in the back. So do we? Yeah, let's finish the back before we move on. Maybe this is the card I was going to use for the pocket. Maybe we'll use that in there instead. So maybe 2 longish tags at. We go. Oh, I can't see that. That's too far away. Sorry. 2 and whatever that is. 2 and that. 2 and that. Oh, just don't get yourself caught up on the thing, Dave. What is that? Are they 1/8 of an inch? No, they're 16ths. That's 1, 2, 3/8. 2 and 3/8 of an inch wide. Oh, and how tall? 6 1/2. 6 1/2? Yeah, we'll go 6 1/2 tall. So. Six and a half is that. And then 2, what did I say? 2 and 3/8. 2 and 1, 2, 3 there. Things are so much easier in centimetres and millimetres, obviously. Yeah, there. Move that out of the way too. Right, okay, so we will round the corners of these. Might be pushing my luck trying to get both of these through at the same time. Yes, pushing my luck. I can't do that. That's better. Round those at the top. I'm going to do the same on this one. Didn't do a very good job, Dave. Neither did that. Can you live with it? Not really. Are you going to have to? Possibly. So pop that in there like that. Gonna have to cut that bit off. Can't cope with that. Can't cope with that. Sorry. Right, it's fine. Oop. Says his name nearly edged towards me to kind of take a limb off. Right, need some water or some drink. What do I want to do? What indeed do I want to do? So let's put something on it. That got ripped, so I'm happy to put that on there. Don't want to go over the top, just want it to do what I need it to do. So, do you remember when I covered my iPad cover? These are the bits that have fallen off since. But, you know, so they've got these splatters, they're glow in the dark, so but that's fine. Right, so I'm going to stick everything down. I'm just going to make something really quickly. I'm not going to faff for ages, folks, so maybe that on there. Could do something taller on there, couldn't we? No, it's not that. No, not that. We shall not use that. Put it back, Dave. And before anybody asks, no, I'm not going to fussy cut it. Because this, definitely not. Going to get glued on like that. And it's going to like it or not. Right, yeah, we're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. Can I live with the massive white landlocked bit? Probably not. Let's cut that bit out. Sorry, I have to go quiet when I'm cutting, otherwise it'll be like a massacre. Nobody wants to see me draw blood on screen. That's happened too many times. And usually it's my own. No, it's always my own, just in case anybody's a bit concerned that I draw other people's blood. It's just my terrible sense of humour. Come on, there we go. That's better, I can live with that. Oh, that's much better. Yes, much better. Right, we're going to glue that down, and then I'll cut all the excess off. So, although the iPad, when I covered it, I didn't cover the iPad, obviously. I covered the cover that goes over the iPad. Although it worked for a long time now, it has started to fall off recently. So, and also when I'm dealing with anxiety or frustration or whatever, I'll pick bits of it off as well, which probably isn't a great help to its longevity. But let's ink that down so it's a little less white. Let's go in with the, try not to break the flower, Dave. Just take the whiteness off that background. I've done that before, where I've pulled too hard, pressed down too hard, and snapped the whole thing. But oh, you mean like that, Dave? Exactly like that, Dave. Just like that. Oh well, we'll stick it back on. Just as I was saying it as well, it's like last time that I cut myself on camera. It was I was saying about you need to be very careful, and otherwise you could cut your and then end up cutting myself. So shouldn't say these things out loud, should I? It's tempting fate. I go around saluting magpies and all that. Is that a superstition everywhere around the world? I don't know. Saluting magpies, something that my dad ended up instilling in me. I'm not terribly superstitious, but my dad made me very superstitious about single magpies. You have to salute them, and you have to say, "Good morning, Mr. Magpie. How's the wife?" Or "Afternoon, Mr. Magpie. How's the wife?" It's very old-fashioned values on. He might be a bachelor. He might not identify as him. Might be in a same-sex relationship. It's a very old-fashioned view. But anyway, sorry, just making light. I'll cut those bits off. Could have used a pair of scissors, but got this out now, so we'll ink that and make it look a bit nicer. We'll pop this one. Do we want this bit on here? What else have we got? What other bits of stuff have we got? Not going to be able to see a lot of this, so maybe just tear that bit off. Pop that on there. Have that on there. Maybe a bit of maybe a bit of that on there as well. Yeah, let's just stick those bits down then. So spraying always makes me think entomology. Entomology? Entomology. I always have to stop and pause and say, is that the right one? Entomology, not etymology. Etymology is the origin of words, is it? Is that? I don't know whether that's the official, but it's like why we call certain words the words that we call them. And it's entomology here. Entomology is this kind of thing. It's not this kind of thing. It's insects, isn't it? Entomology. I think. Don't quote me. Like I say, I'm not. Don't ask me anything. The only reason I can do my job is because Google exists. So, as people say, oh, how do you know that? Well, it's just because I know how to use Google. So, literally, if you don't know how to do something, Google it. In fact, actually, I use an AI assistant these days. So, I use AI to kind of keep me in check. If I don't know how to spell something, I'll ask AI, and that way then it doesn't give you a list of possibilities, it gives you a definite answer. So, you know, if you can't spell something and it says, did you mean? Well, I don't know whether I meant that. You need to know whether I meant that. Nope, that didn't come off. There we go. And also I embrace technology because technology has helped me do lots of things in life. You know, I can't draw, but I use a digital platform to be able to draw. Can't physically draw. Right, let's ink this down and make it look a little less harsh. Oh, let's get a different colour. Let's use maybe walnut stain. I'll put a bit of this on with this. And also I'm of that age where technology was starting to come in when I was a young, well, not even a young man. Like when I was at school, we had one computer when I first started school, and then as I got older, as I went up in years, we ended up with more computers. So we had a computer suite. I mean, like, it's not, we didn't have one each like everybody does these days, but we definitely had a suite of computers. So that gave us, if you knew DOS, you could program them, which I don't know DOS. I wasn't able to program computers. I've got a Pet Shop Boys song going through my head now. If you can program a computer, choose the perfect time. If you've got the information, I've got the crime. I think that's the words anyway. Don't quote me. Right, stop saying don't quote me. Although don't quote me. Where's the... oh, it's there. Pop that back in there. So, these are going to go in here. Don't know whether I want to make them into tags just yet, or whether I want to leave them as they are. So they can go in there, so you can kind of just see them through the thing. There we go. That's them. So let's put the front on now, on the front, the entomology thing, and kind of finish this off. So I'm going to glue it on one side. So I'm going to glue it to this side, and I'm going to Velcro bud it on the other side. And I'm just trying to decide whether I need anything to kind of lift this side up. So if I stick that on there, let's put the thickness of that underneath. Yeah, it's going to need something to lift it this side. So what do I use? Oh, I know what I could do. Use some of these. Cut some of these out of some scrap card. One, two, don't know why I'm counting. 3, 4, sorry, count von count? No? Okay, just me then. I was definitely too old for watching Sesame Street when I was younger, because like it didn't kind of really hit the UK until like the 80s, and I was able to count by then, but still kind of a cult classic. I never thought to check that this won't stick out either side. I don't think it will. No, it's fine. Is that going to be too thick? I think that one's going to be fine. Let's put it on there and just have a quick look. Yeah, I quite like the raised bit of it. You raise me up. Yeah. Now, I wonder if this will stick to this, because it's funky foam on the back. Is it going to stick, or is it going to twist? Stick or twist? No, is it going to stick, or is it going to fall off? We will find out. So, here's the sticky dots that have got one bit that's transparent and one bit that's opaque, and I'm going to put the transparent bit so that it sticks onto that. Get off my finger. Onto that. But I can't press it down until such time as it's kind of that glue's dried. So I'm going to put that like that. Where are we going to have it there? Going to be in the middle. It's going to be the middle. I don't know. We'll soon find out. There we go. So that's going to. I can press that side down now. And the side that actually needs to stick isn't glued yet, so I'll just go and glue that now. So this is the side that's going to stick permanently. I've gone a bit over the top on the glue, but flip that over, push it together and stick it down. And then we can just put something on there. He says something. Oh, I know what I can put up there. On there. I've got to put that. That's quite heavy. Move that out of the way. Stick my glue back in there. Me thing back in there. That's what I mean. Me thing. Me what's it. Pop that up there. Put that away. And then we will be hopefully in a state where, well, I probably will be in a state in a minute. In a situation is what I meant. I don't know how long to leave it. Well, it seems to have stuck. I just need this bit to peel off now. Oh, without peeling that bit off. It's just what I was about to say. But, you know what? I'm going to do this like this instead. I'm going to put this on there. And then on top of that, I'm going to use some 3-in-1. In fact, I'm just going to rub off the ink, the glue that's left on the back of there. And then I'm going to, where's my 3 in? No, put the thing back in the glue, Dave. 3 in 1, that's it. So get this to come out. And we'll just take some time while this has a think about whether it's going to come out or not. It's coming out. No, don't sing that, Dave. I can see where the thing was, so oh no, I won't. It's not going to necessarily go back in the same place, is it? So I'm going to put that on there. I guess if this doesn't work, it'll be hot glue. That's the only problem. I can't put that back on there now in the right place because I can't see where it went. There. Like that. And we did say, oh, that was what I was going to say, there was something I was holding it down with, but I couldn't remember. It's that, that's why. So, that's going to go on there. That's glued down, hopefully glued this time. Take that inside of that out. The dried up glue. And we'll have a look at this in a second, hopefully. Let's see if I can just open this side without pulling the other bit off. There we go. Oh. So this is what we've made. So that needs to dry more before I do anything with it properly. So this is what we've made. So it opens up. Just make sure it's straight. Oh, don't do that again. Stop doing that. Right. Okay. So it opens up. We've got these slide cases here, you know, where we did the this one was where we did the make it look like a petri dish. So we've got these that sit in there. I put white discs in the background because it helped make them brighter to look at. And we did them so they looked like they'd got butterflies in, etc. So then that. Oh, I'm sorry, and then we've got these that open out like this, and you can take the slide out. Pop that back in there. That one back in there. And then that closes up like that. And we can close that. So, like that. And then we flip it over, and we've got these that sit in the back like this. There we go. Cool. So there we go. That's that Entomology folio flippy outy flipping thing done now. So I hope you liked that. Sorry it's taken so long to get to the part 2 of this. Don't forget, give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it. Don't forget to make a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. I will be doing a subscriber draw. In fact, actually, in the next video, I will be doing some more of these slides, and then the winner of the draw, when I post it, will be getting this case with these in. So remember, we made this, and I'll link that in the description, but that'll also be the next video. And then we'll be doing a draw from there. So yeah, there we go. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Dash of Dave. My name is something. Insert a blank. I don't know. My name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.